got our coffee, we got our pouches. Now, we'll pick the ones that we want to use. I think I'm going to go with these ones. These seem to be a little thinner. Let's pull them out. See if we can get like 4 done. That'd be pretty good. Maybe a couple of others. Oh, that one's nice and thick too. I like that one. Oh. Yo, what's up, Gary? Chad? Corey? What's happening, Dale? What are you guys up to, man? I'm just gonna whip up some pickle bands here. I've got that one I've been shooting a lot lately, and I'm slowly but surely falling in love with it. I just had it here too. I don't know where the hell I put it. There it is. Look at this beauty. Look at that beauty. But I got a bunch of others too that I like, and I got another one on the way. So it's pretty badass. And I'm kind of liking these 10mm bands. They're feeling pretty good. I like them. So I think what I'm going to do is I did say that I wanted to cut a little bit off them because I found that they were a little bit light for what I was trying to do, and not because of the bands that I chose. It's more about I guess hey, what the hell's going on here? Oh, it might be time to change that. I wonder if I have some more. Yeah, it's just because of how long I cut them. I cut them a little bit too long, and I've got these. Let's see if I have a. I know I do have some, but where the fuck did I put them is the question. I think I'll just have to tough it out on this one, and we'll see how it goes. But the last time around, I cut 10mm 10mm straight cuts, and for the pickle, I really like it. Okay, now that one cut all right. Let's do another one. And the good thing is, cutting these little strips, you can get a crap ton of use out of your elastic, which is pretty cool. I think so anyway. Now I know there's some people that think pickle fork is the devil. To be fair, they might be right. Yo, what's up, Zach? Hoggy, my man. Al, my homie. The rubber bandit in the house. Is he in the house? Well, I didn't see him. Left the code yesterday, first day on vacation. Sweet. Yeah, it's my last day on vacation. I got to go back to work tomorrow. I was hoping to get a little more fishing done than I did, but it didn't seem to work out. No big deal. There's always next weekend. This weekend, it's cold as ass out there. It's minus 22 today with the wind chill. Way worse. Oof, I might have fucked that one up. Yeah. Yeah, with the wind chill is way worse. So there'll be no fishing for me for old ATO today. That's for damn sure. Yeah, that minus 22. That minus 22 is an absolute no-go for me. Yeah, when you add in the wind chill and all that to those temperatures, it just eats away at your skin when you're out there. It's kind of wild, actually. I've been fishing in those temperatures before, and you find that your skin on your hands from going in and out of the water and then being in that cold dries out so badly. It's almost like your hands are crunching when you're moving your fingers. It's really, really bad. So it's always better to have some hand cream available because you will need it. And try to stay as warm as possible and out of that crap. There's a nice little strip for band time. We'll keep that one. Just cut that guy in half, I guess, like that. And that is the end of my 0.4 of precise. I quite like it, but that is the end. Nice shoes hanging up there. Yeah, you like those, eh? Yeah. You got to look pretty on those weekends, you know? Yeah. You gotta be packing in style. All right. So we've got a couple of nice sets right here. Little straight cuts. Turn this guy around. Oh, yeah. Get rid of the old chewing gum. We don't need that anymore. We're about to take a sip from a delicious coffee. Today, we've got some Audacio from Nespresso in the coffee cup. The only thing that sucks about these coffees, I find, is the this is secret. What secret? The lumber is talking. Yeah, I know, man. And you know what's crazy? Oh, let me fix this chat filter here real quick. Boom. There we go. You know what's crazy is I've been in the cold this time of year in the bush, and sometimes trees like spruce trees explode. It sounds fucking wild, but they explode. I don't know what happens exactly. If it happens when it's been warm outside and it goes to really, really cold fast, the sap, I guess it starts to move in the tree and then it just fucking freezes solid and the trees will pop and they'll fall down. It's freaking wild. I used to laugh a lot at watching these shows about Bigfoot. And they're like, what could cause this? What could cause this? It's very simple. The trees get colder on the north side and they explode and they fall over. And it's usually around, I don't know, from 6 to 10 feet high where they pop and they fall over like a big triangle. And all these guys talking like it's Bigfoot breaking the trees, and it's like fucking stupid. Like, get outside, bro. But there's a lot of people that believe that crap. This time I'm getting ready before I start tying, and be like, oh shit, I forgot to cut the string. There we go. There we go. Yes, I've seen that on YouTube. I thought it was fake, but if you say it's real, oh no, it is real, dude. It is real 100%. And it's kind of creepy because it sounds like a gunshot goes off too. It's like, pow! Everything just explodes. It's wild. Oh, 6-7. Oh, you know what? That just got you a toss out. Bye. Go 6-7 yourself somewhere else. There we go. There's one. Where, oh, where has my little pinchers gone? There they are. Well, it appears that I haven't solved the riddle on everything because I do have my bantine jig missing somehow. I don't know what the fuck I did with it. Oh, it's right in front of me. That's why I can't find it. Curse my keyboard. What's wrong, Wilson? What's happening, bro? Would you recommend a flat band slingshot from Walmart? I've never seen one from Walmart. I don't know if I could recommend it or not. I've never seen one. There are many good, cheap slingshots out there that you can get shooting with. There are certain people that I trust when it comes to that for build quality. I'm not so sure that Walmart's going to have the same standards that I do, but I mean, how cheap is it? It's probably worth a try. I mean, if you're going to trust Amazon on stuff, why not trust? Did I screw this up? I might have screwed this up. Hey, what's that little symbol that's popping up beside everyone's thing? What's the deal with that thing? What is that? Deep South, you wrote that funny little thing, and then Mr. Z. Speaking of what's up, Mr. Z? Mr. Z's got one too. I don't know what that is. Let's see how I did this one. I don't remember how I did this one. Oh no, that should be right. Yeah, should be right. Presence and people's choice. Mr. Z is the man. Is that some new shit that YouTube is doing now? The weird little symbols? Yo, what's up, Shot FX? Just getting some pickle fork bands tied up here. I was wondering myself, yeah, I have no idea what that is, man. First time I ever seen it was today. I thought it was some troll shit until I saw the YouTube was fucking around with us. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. YouTube's been acting weird lately. Yeah, there's been a few things I've been wondering about what's been going on with my channel. I can't seem to get any traction on views or anything like that lately. It's been kind of weird. And it's been frustrating me, so I've been posting less, which is making it worse. Like the wrench better. Yeah, me too. Well, they got that little, it's like a little shield or something there, but you see where Al wrote, he's got a funny little symbol before it says alone, or is it just me who's seeing that? It looks like I don't know, it's like Chinese writing or something with a little A. Yeah, it's been weird. And just recently, I've been doing a lot of watching on some bushcraft channels and stuff when I was kind of stuck inside with the cold. And I was watching Joe Robinette. And Joe was talking about having issues with his channel too. Couldn't get the traction on his vids. And he's getting much less views lately. And I mean, let's just be honest, I'm not anywhere near what Joe has on his channel. But I'm wondering if it's not... should be a ball peen hammer. I agree. Yo, what's up, Hawk? Yeah, it's been weird. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but it is what it is, I guess. But it's all right. I don't really mind so much. Yeah, basically what I've been doing with my pickle fork bands is I tie them like a TTF band set. And when I line them up, I can get a nice little draw on my bands. And when I'm looking down those band set, they look razor thin, which is really nice. And my pouch sits the way I want my pouch to sit, which is, I'll show you in a second here. So I shoot with a pull just past my ear. And how I set up my bands, I put a little cross in it. So with my pouch and my bands coming down this way, I just do a little cross. Whoops, that one's all folded up there. Come on now. I do a little cross in them. So when I'm pulling them back, they thin right out when I'm holding, when actually it's attached to a band set is proper. But you can see there, I hold my pouch sideways and I come back like this and I let them rip. And yeah, this is going to be a little bit quicker. YouTube has messed up the studio. I can't even see my watch hours or my videos or my subs. Oh, weird. Thought you would still be fishing. Yeah, I was going to, dude, but it's really fucking cold out there today. Will, it's minus 22 before the wind, and it's windy out there. I ain't going out in that. No, I mean I could, but why? You know, even if I set up my lines out there, if I set up my lines outside the tent, I'm going to be running back and forth every 5 minutes to unfreeze the holes, even with covers on them. So it's really not worth it. Yo, what's up? What's up, Junior? How did the week go, man? You guys missed me at work? Party's over, bro. I'm back tomorrow. Odd? Nah. The fish are even shivering. Oh man, yeah. It was a total I'm not doing it, you know? And I wanted to do that overnighter out on the ice this week, and basically I got the kibosh put on that. I was hoping to do an overnighter and set up my tent with my heater and everything was going to be good, but I was having a hard time finding a place to park. Any place where there's access. If I park on the street, I'll get a ticket because it's snow removal. If I there we go. If I park on the street, I'll get a ticket. If I don't park on the if I park in one of the parking spots that are there after 11 o'clock, I'll get a ticket. And I've had this happen one time before. And public security came by. Somebody called public security, I'm assuming, and they came and kicked me off the ice. So I don't want to have any kind of issues with that. I don't want a ticket. I don't want to cause any trouble. I just want to go out and have some fun. And yeah, well, it seems that fun's illegal these days, unfortunately. But I was hoping to have a good time with that. And anyway, it was ruined. Oh, fuck, that sucks. What the hell happened here? Look at this. Got her all tied up and got to cut my band. That's not good at all. You don't want to pull straight cut bands back and just have it cut you in the face. That's not a good time. All right. So that's going to be one less band set, I guess. So we got one done. Should have had a second. It looks like we're only going to get 3 out of this batch. That sucks. Oh, well. Yo, what's up, Coin? Yo, what's up, Leon? Ian, what's happening, bro? What was my first slingshot I ever built? The first slingshot I ever built was a natty. Shit. Let me see if I can find it. It was a natty made out of a plum tree in my backyard. Both me and my son made one at the same time. All it was a tree fork sanded down a little bit. That's it. That was the first one. The second one was... Shit, I can't even remember. I think it's on my... No. My first one ever made, actually, Chuck and Steel has now. It was a nice big piece of... Hold on a second. It was a nice big piece of beech that I made that one out of. Let me tie this up first so it's not just sitting there. It was a nice big piece of beech that I'd made. It was a hammer grip. And the forks were a little bit long, and the fork width was a little long. I didn't know how fork widths would affect me back when I built that slingshot. It was very, very early on. But shot nice. And it was pretty cool. And I think anybody with a long, who can shoot a long, a wide fork, it would have been perfect for. But yeah, that was the first one I had made. It was a hammer grip. Actually, I forgot about that. Oh shit, did that land on my coffee? No. Oh, I guess I found out. It was a hammer grip slingshot. And then I think Al got like number 3 or number 4. Al has number 3 or number 4 out of the natties that I've made. And what's his name? Rick over at Hillbilly Slings and Wares has one. One of my early ones. And this one is the first one I ever made with aluminum core. It's an Aries. Bought the core from Omega Slings, and I made this Aries, and it holds and shoots really, really nice. Coin Champion, what happened to late night with Coin Master? The Coin Master. The Coin Master of Disaster. Yeah, these are going to be pretty good. This one, fuck, that sucks, man. All right, maybe we'll have to, I'll have to pull out some of the Omega Slings and make a couple of extras. I want to get a nice amount of these guys set up so I could shoot, but I'm going to have to figure out the length of how long I want them because it's going to be different. It's definitely going to be different. The elongation is not the same. Oh, I haven't even checked the elongation on the Omega bands, but that's the end of my precise. I almost went super late. I was downstairs working a shift at 2 a.m. and almost went live. Oh my God, that's crazy, Coin. Natty on display, fire, police mantle. Really? Oh, that's cool. I really like that one, man. You got a really, really nice one. I was planning on keeping that one for myself, but it came out really damn good. I think I did a video on that one, didn't I? Didn't I, Al? I can't remember. Oh wow, CNC router. Yeah, how fucking sweet would that be? Just route everything out, get everything like perfectly even, glue it all together. The amount of time that would save would be insane. If I could just find a better way to speed up the sanding, that's the biggest thing. The cutting part of it, all that stuff, I really like doing. A lot of fun. The sanding, the sanding's rough. Oh, hold on. Did I screw that up? I don't know. I should do it this way, though. The sanding's rough. Takes a lot of work. April of 2024. I must have been bored. Yeah, you must have been. Oh, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Rick from Hillbilly Slings and Wares got a pretty nice one too. I did a video of that one shooting some clays. That one kind of came out funny a little bit, but we'll survive. I see. Oh no, you see empty slots because I have them all lying around, all lying around here. They're all on my table. I got a shit ton of them. I actually have to hang another thing to hold all my slingshots. See what I mean? They just keep coming. They're all over the fucking place, dude. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad news. I got a big problem. There we go. Hey, there's the head hillbilly. What's up? How you doing, Rick? Your ears must have been burning, man. We were just talking about you. They're chatting about that. They're asking me about some of my first made slingshots, and I was telling them that you got a natty from me, a nice one. There we go. I actually wanted to make a couple of these because I do have a couple of pickle forks that I want to do a video on. There we go. Speaking of which, where did I put that guy? I might even still be on my table. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, that's the Pickle Billy, which is a absolute beauty of a pickle. Shoots really nice. Great work by Rick. So we got to get some bands on this guy. We're going to get some bands on this guy. And we already have a band on the planchette, which is still going strong, by the way. I kind of half expect these the next set of bands to last a little bit less because this one is cut a little bit longer. So we'll have to see about that. But we may have dialed in our We may have just dialed in our setup for pickle fork. I really like these 10mm straight cuts for for pickle and for the yeah. You can really dial them in for. I've really dialed them in for pickle, and they just I don't know they just feel good to me all the way around. So I don't know. They're not overpowered. They seem to shoot nice and straight for me. They feel very light, and I can get some good aim going with them. And I don't know. I hit a personal best on my last live shooting these things, and I was able to hit six 40mm flippers in a row, which is pretty damn good for a guy who just started out pickle fork, I think. Anyway, but a lot of fun, having a lot of fun with it. And the more I shoot it, the more I like it. The one thing I will say it's kind of crazy though is I don't know, a lot of people, I hear people say all the time that pickle fork is not for beginners and all this stuff, and I don't know. I'm calling bullshit on that. I think if anybody is willing to give long draw a try, they should give pickle fork a try as well. You know, like high style doesn't seem to have that stigma. People are shooting high style, you know, doing the speed shooting. That's okay, but pickle fork's is the enemy. I don't get it. Long draw, I've had more damage. Oh shit! I've had more damage done to me shooting long draw and high style than I ever have shooting pickle fork. Pickle fork's a little bit different. I had to change my style of shooting to do it a little bit, but for the most part, it's been quite easy. Once I realized that I didn't have to go like totally crazy on how I was shooting. I mean, it's just like anything else. It's just like anything else. You're going to learn something new. It's going to have a little bit of a learning curve. Not the end of the world. And once you get things kind of figured out, you're going to have it just like anything else. So it'll require a little bit of research on how to do your you know, how to shoot it properly, how to set up your bands, all that stuff. Not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. And once I actually reached out to Ethan Martin about this, you know, to try to learn how to shoot pickle. And I've bounced the ideas off of a few people that I know in the community and got some good tips. Went outside, tried some, didn't have a frame hit, didn't have a hand hit, didn't have anything. One of the tips that I got from Shane for shooting long draw was using a speed bump. And that'll get you over the forks or around the forks, which was a great tip. Then Ethan gave me that tip on how to make the bands. I tried that out. That worked very good for me. And it's been pretty much smooth sailing. Now, this is what I was talking about. See how my bands kind of cross like this and lay pretty flat on each other, right? So when I'm getting ready to shoot, I've got a really nice, straight, flat, razor-thin band to look down. And they stack up on top of each other, and you let them rip, and they just disappear, which is really cool. Piece of Slingshots, what's up, man? Yo, Rex, what's going on, brother? I unfairly call it the devil. A lot of people do coin, and I did too in the beginning. I had I started to reach out a little bit in the community to get some ideas on how to shoot it properly and all that stuff. And the best tips that I got was one was the speed bump, and two was that. But I first started trying to shoot it with a short draw. Catastrophic. Shot the frame, shot my hand, shot everything. And then I actually bought that frame was the my first pickle ever was that one from Wasp Slingshots. It was called the Imp. It was the Imp Pickle, I believe, and that thing shot. it was disastrous. If I'm being completely honest, it was absolutely disastrous. So then I switched to. I ended up saying like fuck pickle fork, just like everybody else. But now that I've been messing with it a little bit, and I'm starting to get my head around it a little bit more, which is good. I'm actually hitting shit that I'm pointing at, which is absolutely bonkers. Oh, he's out of here. Later, Daryl. All right, so we got a couple of sets made. We're gonna make a couple more with the 0.4 Omega. See how that goes. You tri-folded the pouch? Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I do. I tri-folded the pouch, and when I set up my bands, I put my frame on its, like I'm going to be shooting on the ground, and then I take the one side, I put it on one fork and one side on the other fork, like a TTF band set with a tri-fold, and it comes out great. Comes out really good. I got no complaints at all about the way they set up, which is pretty awesome. I shoot a flat top made with my cell phone. No, geez, no, I haven't seen it, Coin. I got to check that out. You're incredibly brave, bro. I've messed with flat tops before, but I don't think I'd ever put my cell phone in that kind of jeopardy, just in case. All right, I wouldn't mind actually changing that. Maybe I could find it without poking around too much. Okay, we got to put this guy back in here. This one's going in the pocket because if I lose my planchette again, I'm going to fucking cry. All right, let's see if we can find those things. I know I have a container full of them, but I just don't know where I put them. I'm such a fucking pig. I don't know where I keep all my shit all the time. Or I just don't put it back. I'll have it in my hand and I'll put it over here somewhere. It might actually be in here. Let me see. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this one. This is actually a pretty cool, this one's actually got a pretty cool story to it. So I had made this guy, and I just don't want to throw it out because the wood is so pretty, but it's actually got a pretty bad crack in it and it's unshootable, I think. Yeah, right here. I don't know if you could see that because of the grain is so wild, but there's a crack right here. See that? I don't know where it's running out to. And there's also a crack in the center here. I don't know. I'm thinking about possibly drilling a hole going right through the inside and putting like a brass rod inside to keep it together. But this one actually shoots quite nice long draw. It holds fantastic. But this one was my first pickle fork I ever made. And it was a funny story. I actually went live with Rex. And he's like, hey, bro, do you want to do a co-live today? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I think both of us shot pickles that day. And I said, yeah, give me a couple of minutes. Let me carve out a pickle. So I carved out this guy. And then we went live and shot on his channel. But I was super proud of how, look at those band grooves. That's all done with a file. It came out fucking perfect. Look at that. I haven't been able to duplicate it since. It's been tough. But yeah, it came out really, really nice. And I was thinking, I don't know, I was thinking about maybe just throwing this thing out or whatever, but I think I'm going to keep it. Yeah, an ATO pickle, the only ATO pickle. Kind of cool. It's kind of cool. All right, let's get this guy back in the pouch. Right there. We'll be shooting you sometime soon. All right. Now, yeah, fuck, I wish I could find those things, man. Those cutting blades. Okay, not in there. Not in there. Not in there. Did I put them in here, maybe? No. I got so many freaking slingshots here, it's just stupid. Look, there's one. 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 Little pulse for you. But the one thing I need, oh, here's another one. Whoop. All right. Maybe I'll just pile all these guys over here. I was actually in the middle of doing something with those things. And then saw something shiny. Ah, yes. Found them. Saw something shiny and stopped doing it. You should send me one of those. One of those ones that were on my table. There we go. Throw that guy away. A lot of times when I get ready to change my blade, I'll actually take the old blade and take it downstairs, and I pull out my sharpening kit and I strop them back to life. But I don't know, when I start getting those weird let's put that back in the drawer where it belongs so I don't have to go searching for it later. Just trying to help clean up a bit. I can always count on you, Coin. Yeah. I was actually going through all this, trying to find, put things in spots. Oh, here's another one. Another one. Another one. Yep. Yep, they just keep coming. Oh yeah. Here's another one. I think that might. Oh no. Here's another one. Yeah. I thought that might. No. Here's another one. Yeah. And I think that's it for now. Yeah. Dude's got some problems. Yo, Kyle, what's up, brother? Have I shot any eyes out my prime? No, not recently. You for sure need more. Yeah, I've got this guy here. This actually unfolds into one of those. I'm just kind of running out of walls to put them on. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put the next one. It might go here up against this wall, or maybe here. I'm thinking about putting like a shelf with some hooks so I can hang all my favorites just right in front of me, so I can just pick them off. I don't know. There's lots of different options. I may hang one right over here and just cut like maybe. Yeah, I could do that. I can probably cut like two of the bottom ones off, and it'll fit right there up against that wall and complete that whole wall. I don't know. Lots and lots of options. Lots and lots of them. Ceiling has space. Yeah, I got lots of room up there. Yeah, I mean, this is probably a temporary solution. I do have some plans for this room some point. I don't know if it'll ever happen, or I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but we'll have to see what comes of it. But if I ever get enough money together, I want to put that. I want to have this whole thing all bricked out with that faux brick stuff. Make it look like a brick wall in here. I would love to do that. But yeah, there are many, many, many other things that have to happen around here before that happens. So yeah. Although it would only take me about 4. How many prime fork beagles do I have? I have the Beagle R and I have the original Beagle. I think that's the only 2 I have now. I used to have a version 2, but I sent that off to somebody who is now the proud owner of it. But yeah. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a 7 times. Okay. So let's just eyeball this shit and see how it goes. How straight are we? On the grid, pretty close. How long are we? We'll do it right here. There we go. All right, let's put this 0.4 away. Well, we can. Did I just lose the fucking bag? I think I did. No, I didn't. It's right here. Can't get the bricks because you keep buying frames. Yeah, that might be it, Bishop. That might be it. It's been a minute since I bought a frame, though. I haven't bought a Slingshot in quite a while. I've been trying to be good, and it seems to be working out somewhat. Trying to be good. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough this time of year. Like for me to go out and do a Slingshot review or anything like that is pretty much a not gonna happen situation with the cold and everything. I've learned my lesson trying to do that. I ruined an absolute beauty of a Slingshot from Prime Fork, trying to review it outside in the cold. That Casper, I wonder if I have it lying around here. I could actually show it to you. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, I got it outside to shoot it in the cold, and ended up frame hitting. Yeah, it's right there. Take a look at this. Now I've got 2 of these. Look at this one. See that chip? I had to glue it back on with crazy glue. It yeah, you can see it's some of it never made it back. But I was out shooting slingshots in the freezing cold, trying to get used to, I don't know about those bands, trying to get used to shooting these this style frame. And I went to go pull it back and it slipped out of my hand and had a 3/8 steel band or ball. Chunked that out pretty bad, but this whole piece of epoxy came flying right off of it. I glued it all back on and I figured, maybe I'll try to sand it back out and everything and make it look okay, but never worked out. But that was a beauty of a frame, though. I love the colors that he put in there with the blue and the green. I do have another one of these somewhere. Whoop. With some toxic green on it. But I don't know. Oh, here it is. There we go. This was the first one that I got. But you see how he did this part different? He went a little bit higher up on the thing. They both hold pretty much exactly the same. They don't feel any different. Some Sniper Sling .7 on here. I did some band testing with this one. It's funny. When I first got this green was really, really green. Now it's kind of yellowed out. It's weird. It's the color like kind of faded, I guess. I should put this one with the other one. I try to stack the like frames together. If I've got two of them, kind of save some space. I think I've got three Avros in that pouch when they're actually supposed to be in the pouch. Maybe even 4. Let's see how this goes here. Go. All right, let's start off with that. I'll have this extra little bit if I want to make some more a little bit later. Let's see how these feel. I might have to cut some off them. Hold on a second. Give me this one here instead. These are more close. Yeah, it's bang on. Yep. I'll probably take a little bit off that one still. But I think this will be the first one we make with that. And I'll just tie them on a little shorter. Casper, yes, sir. You keep mine in a sleeping bag? Oh, it will be. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're going to be all dolled up by the time I can make the shipping happen without both of us getting raped by taxes. There we go. I got another one. I got one I got to send to the UK next week, and then I'm pretty much all caught up, except for the stuff that I want to send to the US. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to keep whining about it, but I got to figure all that shit out. I know Scott was saying that he's having good luck with DHL, but I don't have a DHL anywhere near me, which sucks. I don't want to have to drive 45 minutes into the city to be able to send packages out. It just doesn't work that way. I think I might be able to do it with Canada Post, but then I'll have to pay taxes before it goes out. Shipping sucks, eh? Are you having problems, Rick, sending things to the UK as well? I know for us, it was absolutely nuts. I had the guy at the UPS store tell me that I needed to have the recipient's social insurance number, and I'm just like, dude, that's just the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard. Nobody in their right mind would be giving out their social insurance number, but apparently, I found out from Simon over at WASP that. South Africa requires the same thing, which is fucking bonkers. But I guess they want to make sure they could track down whoever it is they want to track down and get their taxes, right? I guess that's the big deal. But anyway, it is what it is. I've got another wrap and tuck one like this one ready to go out. Not ready to go out, to be completed. and I have one more. I have this Avro that's complete and ready to go out to somebody who whoever wants it. I mean, I think I'm going to reach out to the original buyer and see if he still wants it. See if he still wants it, and I'll try to find another way. Maybe just pay the the taxes through Canada Post and have it go that way. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I even wanted to send some as a gift down to somebody, but it would require even if I put like the value of it as like $40 or $50 type thing, they would still charge them on the taxes for that, which is kind of shit. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like I shouldn't have to. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It just sucks. Carrier pigeon. Yeah, I got to get me one of those. My pigeon won't ask for social security numbers. Yeah, I just don't know how far they could fly with an Avro on their back. Ooh, I'm gonna like this pouch. This pouch is gonna be nice. It's a little bit firmer than the last one, which is pretty cool. I like them. I like my Roo pouches when they're a little bit on the firm side. They end up. This is a clipped one though. Fuck, I might have to cut a little off of this. Let's do that. There we go. Just a little bit. All right. So I took an extra centimeter off of this one because it's a clipped frame. I don't want it to get too what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want it to be too stretchy because the wrap and tuck ones I tend to use about 1.5 centimeters of extra band and 15 mil, but the clip frame only uses about 0.5 centimeter. So I figure if I just trim her down just a little bit, it should make up that that difference a little bit for the S scope. There we go. Get that in there. Whoop, too far. There we go. Damn. I could probably go even shorter. It feels pretty good though. Yeah. On a clip frame, fuck, I could have cut that even shorter. I wonder if I should do that. I might. I'll have to try this one out first, see how it works. See how it works for me first, and then we'll go from there, but yep, I might have to. I don't know. We got to try it first, right? See how it goes. If it works out, it's good. Have to start a Slingshot black market. Yeah. I'm going to be paying people to smuggle them across the border in a prison pocket. we'll see. We'll see how that all turns out. Where are you going? Going to Texas. I got 14 slingshots in my ass. I hope I make it. They're gonna be having sniffer dogs looking out for slings. It smelled. You thought latex smelled? Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. It's rough times, man. I'm telling you. Times are tough. Oh, fuck. Wow. This live kind of turned bad real quick. Deaf snicking dogs. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Well, at least we can laugh at the chaos, right? Wait till you get a frame from ATO. Oh. Definitely. I don't even want to think about someone trying to put one up there. Yeah, imagine 14. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, they're scratch and sniff slingshots. For an extra $25, I'll eat nothing but cantaloupe for the first 2 weeks before I ship that off to you, okay? It'll smell fruity. Nothing but cantaloupe and berries. Fuck. Well, this live definitely took a turn. Poor Al. He's like, I didn't sign up for this, bro. What the fuck? It'll smell like some good deer scat. Yeah, maybe. Oh, fuck. Whew. Well, the coffee's working. It's doing some horrible shit to my brain, but yeah, coffee's working. There we go. That looks pretty good. Sundays with ATO are always interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to shelter you guys from the chaos that goes on in here sometimes, but anyway, every now and then I lose the battle. And we talk about slingshot smuggling and scented slingshots that have been my bum. It's crazy. What's up, Damien? Can't be drinking coffee if you're smuggling frames. No, we can't. Might be the fastest way to get rid of your cargo, though, if you're being tracked by dogs. Good God, it takes surgery to get all the slingshots. For Pip's sake. Yeah, it does. Yeah, can't have loose bowels. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh yeah, that's better. I think I'm going to do that with the next set too. I actually cut 2 centimeters off of that one. I haven't really been really working on how long I want my things to be, my bands to be with the pickle fork. I'm not really going that deep into it because I find that I can still get a decent speed off of a very, very light band set. And let's see how long these ones are. These precise ones tend to be a little bit on the long side. So I use them for, yeah, the precise ones I've got I've got cut 3 centimeters shorter. No, 4 centimeters shorter than these ones. And stretchy. These are ×8. The other ones are ×7. So let's cut 2 centimeters off of these guys again. I think that'll be pretty good. And then when I do my next when I do my wrap and tuck plus the pouch tie on, it should be pretty good. I ordered Simple Shot 0.6. That's what the website says their 3/8 bands are for. Did I buy too thick? No, 0.7 is a pretty fair a fair set. I would recommend 0.65 or 0.7 for that size ammo. If you're shooting long draw, 0.5 would be more than enough for that. But if you're a short draw shooter, 0.7, 0.65 to get that right ammo, and you can pretty much do everything from target shooting to hunting with that setup. I do find Simple Shot 0.7's bands kind of feel like a rubber tire though, but their 0.5 is real nice. I like it. And if you're shooting, and their 0.4 is nice too. If you're shooting 3/8 bands and you want to do a little bit of hunting and that kind of thing, and you shoot long draw, then I would have gone for the 0.5 on the Simple Shot. Oh no! What brand sander did you have? Hey, Coin, you're a long draw shooter that shoots 3/8 steel, I believe. What bands do you use? Are you a 0.5 band shooter? Just got the Simple Shot Scout X. Yeah, it's good stuff. Today's not my birthday? Oh, no. Good job being born. This is not the best. Not the best. I wonder if I can... Nah, we'll make it work. Yeah, I agree. Most latex is good latex. Sorry, I left the decimal out. Beautiful collection. Thanks, Bush. Yo, Michael, what's happening, man? Happy Sunday, bro. Yeah, I'm thinking I might get a taper jig. I'll have to approve this out a little bit longer, a little bit more, I think. But if I end up really liking this taper or this straight cut, I might just get a taper jig or a lack of taper jig, a band cutting jig for this size and call it good. Just use the 10 straight cut because the 1/4 inch seemed to shoot really, really nice with these. I haven't tried long draw yet. Just got short draw OTT. Nice. Had it for 25, 30 years. Oh, wow. That's that. I got a Wen one. It's from a company called Wen. It's a Chinese brand, I'm assuming. But it works pretty good. Works pretty good. I'm happy with it. It does what it needs to do. And the price was pretty decent. I sold a Slingshot and I had enough to buy it. So I went for it in that way, and can't complain at all. Can't complain at all. It works fine, but the Slingshot business is not doing too good at the moment. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'll see. You know what? I should probably cut some strips too. Or where did that piece go? I'll just use this one for my wrap and tuck. Yeah, this wouldn't be bad either. Does anybody have a wrap and tuck band jig template that they sell? I think that wouldn't be bad either. It'd be quick to pre-cut your strips. Just get in there and zip, zap, zoop, all done. Problem solved. Oh, that's no good. Man, I don't know if you guys are picking up that wind outside, but it's nasty out there. It's just howling. Yeah, my wife's been looking into getting a new car, and she's been getting. Seems like she's been getting honey dicked by the guy, by the salesman a little bit. Guy's a little fucker. You know, she's supposed to go and visit a car. Car gets sold. The guy doesn't tell her. She makes a trip all the way into the city to go see the guy, and fucking same old, you know, just fucking scammers and assholes everywhere. Yeah, but we have this one. It's way out of your price range. What do you think? You know, it's like fucking dicks. There we go. I wish it was nice enough to get out and do some shooting today. I could definitely get my shoot on, but with the wind howling the way it is and the temperature being as cold as it is, that's a big fat nope for me. There'll be none of that. None of that at all. Yeah, minus 22 was cold. Yeah, I'll try to get out next weekend and do some fishing. Maybe Saturday or Sunday. I don't know which day it'll be yet, but I still haven't got my my pike or muskie yet this year, so I'm due. It's pretty cool though. I haven't been skunked yet this year. Every time I've gone out, I've caught fish, which is nice. But the big one eludes me. That one still eludes me. I'll post a picture of the one that my buddy caught on one of our trips out. We were just packing up, and one of his lights went down, and he caught one. I've been using the self-sealing silicone tape, and it's awesome for wrapping. No tuck necessary. Interesting. So he's got something different. He's got something different than the band tying tape. Yeah, I just threw my whole case off the side of my desk. $70 this week. Oh, buddy, rub that in. Rub it in, bro. $70. I don't know if your weather guy is as accurate as our weather guy. If that's the case, it might be terrible. Storm cleanup? That doesn't sound good, dude. What happened, man? Let's measure this guy out again. Let's see what we got. We'll say don't cut it at 25. Got a bunch of those set up now. Should be pretty good to go. That'll keep us busy for a little bit anyway. I've been doing a lot of shooting with those pouches from Andrew Axum. I really like him, man. He's making some really nice pouches. Pineapple Express stuff, down trees and stuff. Oh shit. 53 and sunny in Tennessee today. A bit windy. I shoot in the old basement from a burned down house, so the wind really doesn't bother. Oh, nice. Andy Lowe turned me onto the tape. Cut it thin strips and wrap away. It works amazing. Where do you find that stuff? You can get it at any hardware store or something? Still trying to find my greenhouse. It blew away. Oh no. Wow, you guys got hammered then, eh? That's not good at all. That sounds like a pretty bad storm, dude. I wonder what the difference is. This one's what, 45? No, it's a 55 wide. And this one is probably a 60, I would imagine. This one's a 50. Get the fuck out of here. Hold on a second. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that wild? I thought that I had an idea, or I was thinking that this Pickle was fuck, I did it again. I was thinking this Pickle it feels smaller than this one. But it's not. It's not at all. It's 5 mil thinner than the S scope. Wow, that's crazy. I thought it was wider for sure. It feels smaller when you hold it in your hand. Could be just because of the thinness of it, I guess. Interesting. Find in electrical and plumbing areas. Interesting. You can get like a multicolored pack for $15. Oh wow, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that and see what I can dig up. It might be pretty cool to try out. And it's just called self-healing tape. Shit, I wish I had my tablet in here. I would search it up. I was planning on swapping out one of my other fishing reels. I've got a pretty large fishing reel on one of my lines, and I was planning on switching it up to this guy, and I keep forgetting to put it on there. It's like a Chinese, I guess, Chinese fishing reel. It's like, I got it off of Temu, of all places. It's called Suyang Gang or something like that. But I'll tell you what, it may sound kind of crazy, but I've always been a Shimano guy. Always. And don't get me wrong, I still am. But this reel is really, really nice. And it's like $13. Super, super smooth. Kind of batshit, to be honest. But yeah, it's crazy the quality that you get for such dirt cheap prices. I don't know how long it's going to last. I mean, once we get this thing out in the on the ice and catch a big one on it, we'll find out how good that drag is, because that's the big key. Where the money should be spent, the bearings and the drag. But man, I mean, it's tell me it's not nice looking, pretty decent, and that little knob there is pretty good too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that thing a try. We'll see how good it works, or if it works at all. I just talked to my wife about how frustrated I am about not getting it mailed out yet. Should happen this week. Yeah, I think at some point I'm going to have to bite the bullet and really, really work on getting all that. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, it's because the batteries are out of it. Okay. Yeah, I bought this flashlight a bunch of years ago. It's called the Through Night Archer 2A. This flashlight is freaking badass. I mean, I bring this with me on all my camping trips. It's really fucking durable. You can drop it, throw it, put it in the water, everything. It's just waterproof. It's great all the way around, and I love this thing. I am looking to get some rechargeable batteries for it that you can just slide them in. The cool thing about this thing, it's got a, see if I can get that sleeve out. It's actually made for not 18650s, but what do you call those things? The small ones, like double A's, but they're like that. Anyway, I basically just took the user manual. I took the user manual of it and I rolled it up like this, and I drop it on the inside. And when you put double A's in it, it'll work, but it keeps it from rattling or making noise. Yeah, this thing is pretty badass. I mean, I do swear by my headlamp, which is MIA at the moment, but it's a good one. My headlamp is from the sister company of Through Night, which is here's an old Smo one. The sister company of Through Night, which I can't remember the name of it, but it was another knife. Knives and slingshots. Man, I got fucking problems. There we go. And it works. They work pretty good. Well, it's past noon. I'm still in my PJs. I need to get a shower. Take care and stay on target. You too, Coin. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see how all that turns out. When I get that trip going on, I gotta really get on that though. I gotta stop fucking around. I gotta contact my buddy who's been to the place that I'm going to, and we can kind of figure all that shit out. And then I gotta start hitting the gym. I can't mess around. You got to be in somewhat decent shape when you're going out there. So I'm not in good shape right now. Not even a little bit. I got to start getting some squats in and some kettlebell workouts going. Just it's all about the mobility. Get the mobility going, strong mobility, and you'll be fine. But once we get out there, it's going to be pretty badass. I've got a book of trips that I can do out in Algonquin. And I'm planning on getting that all figured out. Should be fun, and we'll see how all that turns out. But I'm hoping to get out and do a lot of fishing and a lot of camping and all that stuff. It'll be freaking badass, and that's what I need. So we'll see if we can get that done. Oh, hey, look at this. This is an old pouch I made out of some, it's actually pig skin on the inside that they've printed on. But it came up pretty nice. One of my first leather projects I ever did. Very simple little leather pouch. I actually probably should have just made it a little bit smaller, but it came out all right. Yeah, it's been way too long, dude. And it's kind of funny. I'd been doing a lot of these videos in my backyard and all that stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be giving all that up, but I need my vitamin N. I need to get out and do some bushcrafting and hiking and camping and all that stuff. It's my vitamin nature that I'm missing. And when I go out and I'm sitting on the ice doing fishing or out in the canoe or whatever it is, I always come back feeling so fucking good. But now it's been too long. I haven't been out. I didn't go camping once last year, not once. And I was supposed to go camping this week, and it didn't work out. And I'm kind of pissed about that. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm hoping all this can get figured out, and I can get back to it again, because I miss it. I miss it big time. I feel my best when I'm out there. I've got a bunch of stuff too that I kind of like in my gear. This is probably one of them. My zebra billy pot. I don't remember what size this is. I think it's a 14. It's like it's almost 2 liters. Could use a bit of a scrubbing, but it's nice. It's got that little tray that's in the inside. It's got the lid. It's got the metal clips, so when you hang your pot, it'll stay on there nice and tight. It's a little on the heavy side. I would wish that they came in a. In a titanium version, but the stainless steel is pretty much indestructible. Where am I from? I'm from Canada, man. Yeah, it's got a good amount in there if you ever have to boil water or whatever. And little pro tip, you can make perfect fried eggs in this thing. Drop a little bit of butter in the top tray. Fill up the bottom with about 1.5 inches of water. Put that in there, hang it over the fire, and then put the lid on. And you'll steam yourself a beautiful egg out of this. And it makes amazing sandwiches. Zebra billy pot for the win. The thing I like about this though also is I have a rocket stove and everything like that that I can put inside the ass end of this thing. Everything will fit inside there. The rocket stove, the base to keep your gas canister stable, the stove, the canister, the stable, the fork that I use. I have a collapsible fork and all that stuff. I put all that stuff in here. Everything fits. I put it into a sleeve and then into the thing it goes, into the backpack. And it's friggin' awesome, man. I mean, it's just one of those pieces of gear that's just badass. Wildfire cook kit to put in a pot to try out there. Oh, nice. And some titanium stuff to try out too. Yeah, you know, the titanium is good in some ways and is bad in others. I've got a few, the kit that I mostly use now because I'm trying to cut weight in my pack, trying to get things a little bit lighter. But the good thing about those titanium pots is the weight. The bad thing about them is that it's very, very easy to burn your food with them. They transfer heat so fast and they lose heat so fast that you're constantly trying to keep it in the fire to keep the heat going. And it works great. If you're planning on bringing dehydrated meals and that kind of thing, the titanium is the way to go. If you're planning on actually cooking stuff in it, the stainless steel is better. I've got a nice thing called the wood nut coffee press. Works pretty good. So makes an amazing cup of coffee, which is awesome. And sometimes when I'm on these small trips, I'll take the wood nut coffee press with me and use that as my meal and my mainly got titanium for lightweight kits. Yep, yeah. I'll use that to cook my meals and to make my coffee. I won't carry both, but it's a little bit on the small side for the coffee. It's about 750 mils, which is not so bad. But after a day of hiking and canoeing, you want to pack in the food, and it's a little bit on the small side for that, in my opinion. But if you've got, if you carry around some beef jerky or you catch a fish or something, then you've got more than enough to fill you up. Yeah, the lightweight kits are pretty good, but I do recommend though if you are going to be cooking meals with the titanium, you might want to lift it up by about 6 inches than you would normally to cook your food, because it does transfer heat super fast. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The big billy pot that I got going on though, that thing's badass. You get a good fucking meal going on that thing, and you're set. You know, you boil water in that thing. It holds. I'm pretty sure it's 2 liters it holds. You've got quite a bit of water there, and it's good to fill up your water bottle, and then you got enough later on for all the good meals. Yeah, yeah. Like for example, whenever I'm going, usually when I'm out on one of those trips and I want to actually cook something good, I'll get a little tripod going. I'll hang this guy over the fire at a reasonable heat. I use a piece of paracord. I use a piece of paracord and a toggle. I'll show you what I do. So let's say here we got a piece of paracord. There we go. Cut that off. We'll tie a quick bowline on the back end here. So I tie my bowline. I'm going to want to have this just a little bit smaller and tighter. There we go. So I've got my bowline here. I call it actually the magic string. I usually put a bowline on both ends. Oops, I screwed that one up. So I usually get the bowline going on both ends. Let's make that a smaller bowline. There we go. So what I do is, let's say we've got our pot hanging over the fire. Now what I'll do is I'll take this I'll pop this through. I'll put a toggle in it, and there it hangs, right? Now, we're cooking over the fire, and let's say, for example, the meal is done, and I want to bring it up above the fire. I'll just grab this end here. I'll pull the toggle out and lift up the knot. Whoops, went a little crazy there. And there we are, now way out of the fire. And if I want to drop it down, I just grab the stick and I slide it down. If I try to pull here, it would take a tremendous amount of weight to get that to go. Usually what I do, hold on a second. Pull this back down here again. Now I wouldn't typically use a toggle that's this size. I would use something that's more like this size. And that'll hold it much better. See? And if I wanted to move it down, I just slide it down and that'll hold everything. And that's what I do. It works really, really good. And just by getting the take the weight off it, it'll slide up, slide back down. But that's what I do. And this works fantastic. The magic string, it's adjustable, couple of knots and your bowl line, and it'll be adjustable. You can get it closer or farther away from the fire. No fancy pot hangers or anything stupid like that. You can even hang it from a tree way, way above if you want to. Make a quick tripod, super easy. And then when you're done, you take it off, pull out your toggle, the string pulls right out, you're good to go. But that's my go-to. And I also use a string like this, exactly like this. I'll wrap it around a tree, put that through. So you've got it up against the tree, it's hanging there. You do a simple, what do they call this hitch? It's a marlin spike hitch is what they call it. I put a little thing like this, little stick inside that marlin spike, and then I'll attach my backpack to it. And I'll hang my backpack around the tree like this. And the cool thing about this one as well, when it's time to go, pull the pin out, line comes undone, and then you just slap it through here. If you want to make it even quicker, you'll wrap this around the tree. You put a little stick in there as a toggle. That'll hold it against the tree. And when it's time to go, quick release, boom, you're out the door. So there's lots of little tricks you can do. Billy Base Camp. Building and hanging out on spring and summer. Oh, that's nice. But that little magic string does a lot for me. Usually I'll make this string about wingspan. So about as, or just about, I guess from wrist to wrist. This one's a little bit on the short side for me, but this one will still do a lot of work for me as I like it. And when it's time to leave camp, I'll just untie it, give it a couple of wraps, whip it, little half hitch, and in the pocket it goes, and that's it. But that little piece of string can do all kinds of shit for you. I carry this thing around when I'm out collecting firewood. I'll do a little pass through on one side, like this, a little pass through on the other side, like this, and then I grab bundles of wood. Obviously, it would be, like I said, it would be bigger because I usually do wingspan. It'll be bigger, but when I put the wood in, like this, from end to end, I'll pull its string. I got a handle to carry it in, and I just carry all my wood to wherever it is I got to go, back and forth, and it works out great. This little string can do so much shit for you. It's crazy. It's probably one of my favorite things that I use in the bush on the regular. Yeah, 6 foot Hank. Yeah, it's about. I'm 5'10". I usually do around. I guess it's around 5'6" that I do. It's from wrist to wrist, which works pretty good. But even one this size actually has its uses. I don't know. It seems like a little bit ridiculous, really, but a little piece of cord can actually get you out of all kinds of jams. It's crazy what I've done with some of these things. How tall am I? I'm 5'10". There we go. Yeah, when I'm tying these, when I'm tying up these strings, bank line at 550. Yeah, I got quite a bit of bank line here too. The bank line's okay. I just find some of it gets really, really sticky when it gets warm out. I don't like having that shit all over my fingers. And I learned a fast way to do a bowl line too, which is kind of nice. If I take my bowl line, hold the end of it like I'm smoking a cigarette. I just grab the working line, flip it through, make it go around the cord and then back through the same hole. And then as you pull it close like this, you can adjust how big you want your loop to be at the bottom. I like my loop small when I'm doing a bowl line because of what I use it for. But everyone's out here talking bushcraft. Oh, we're not too bad. See? I like my lines to be a little bit on the smaller side, but that's about the length I like it. So it's about wrist to wrist, like I'd said. And you get the same kind of deal. Everything kind of works the same. You pass that through. There, you've got your toggles. All that stuff. So usually one of these goes into my pocket and one of these goes into my backpack. So if I want to use this for a marlin spike to hang my bag, keep my bag off the ground, that works very good. The all of that stuff, just you know, one for cooking, one for collecting wood, all that stuff, everything is there, bang on, works great. So I guess from fingertips to the beginning of your collarbone, if you want to do it half and half, if you split it in two, works pretty good. Yeah, everyone splits. They're all out here. Peace be upon you. You too, man. Thank you. It's kind of funny. When I had my Bushcraft channel back in the day, there was a lot of guys that are out there talking. You know, the culture at the time was using these big, thick pry bar knives and all this stuff, and I was still using my my Swiss Army knife, and I got made fun of quite a bit over it. But I was like, I don't know, man. It's like going around with these giant knives. It's like having a sports car for penis extension. You know, it's it's kind of ridiculous. It doesn't make you more of a man because your knife is big, you know. And anyway, it is what it is. It's kind of funny, but you know, I just don't I don't get the need of having these monster knives for bushcraft and all that stuff. I mean, everything that I've ever done didn't require a superstar knife. Whenever I go out, I always carry a little pocket knife. I'll toss my Mora inside the bottom of my backpack, and I'll pass my Mora into the bottom of my backpack in case I ever need something a little bit bigger than my pocket knife. But that's about it. Bushcraft, yes sir. A little bit of it anyway. We're just doing a little chatting. But the learning knots is a big thing. I know at work I had to go pick up some machinery at work, and we couldn't. Somebody had taken the straps out of the truck, and couldn't find them anywhere. And I was like, "Fuck, what are we gonna do?" And I had to roll a spool like this in my car, an orange one. And I got out there, and I ended up having like this 400-pound shaft that I had to tie into the back of a pickup truck, and I did a double constrictor knot on each end of the shaft going through the D loops in the back of the pickup truck. And everyone was looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? What the hell are you talking about, dude? You can't tie that down with this. I'm like, sure I can. Watch this. And I did a couple of constrictor knots on each end of the shaft. It stopped at the bearing slot, and put it through the D loops, and stuck it right. Had it tied up right in the middle of the pickup truck. And he's like, that's gonna roll around. It's gonna slide. Fucking thing did not move. You're awesome. My bushcraft carried way too much stuff. Cast iron skillet and a 1/4-inch thick Bowie knife. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I carry a little folder, and it's either this one I carry in the bottom of my backpack with my fire steel, or or this one here. Nice. Very, very small, very thin. Look at that. 1/8. If it's 1/8, it's my my D.H. Russell #3 Canadian military knife. I carry this guy with me. It's I could use a little bit of work. Still popping hairs though. There you go. But it definitely could use a little work. It's not quite there yet, but it's a nice little knife. You can see on the lanyard, I've got the lanyard kind of tied up funny. I do that for a reason. I like having the fold over, what do you call it, sheath. It does two things for me. For one, that's a Groman. It's the #3. The Canadian military knife that they call it. It's got the fold over on it, so it doesn't get pulled out or anything like that. When I'm at camp and I'm working, I'll take this guy out and I just tuck it in there, so it works like a regular dump pouch and actually gives a little bit more retention. I tied up the leather lanyard. I do like having the lanyard on it because it helps me pull it out easier, and then I can do all my work with it. Works as a skinner and all that stuff. It's pretty nice. But having a loop on there when you're walking through the woods with an open pouch, it can pull your knife out of your pouch and make your knife go bye-bye, which is why I don't do that. But usually this is my go-to. I also like this one too because of the way the welt is done. I could actually use that as a strop when I decide to strop up my my knife after sharpening with my CC4. And I can get this thing razor sharp with that thing and just do a couple of passes on here and it works just like a strop. I was actually going to rub some compound into the welt and have it work for that, but it's a great knife. The Mora, this was my first ever bushcraft knife. I did a video on this way back when I did a vinegar patina on it to keep it nice. The only issue with this thing I have is it doesn't strike a ferro rod very good. The back end of it, the way they're hardened, these knives, and the way they're done, you could file them and it'll work for like a trip. If it's an extended trip, it will wear out faster because it's differentially hardened on there. They harden the edge, but not the spine to give it the flexibility. But this is just the companion. It's not even the HD or the high Q. So this one works pretty good. I gave the high Q to my brother. He still has it. And it's razor sharp. And then I got this one, which eventually this is like a 50-50 knife. This one was made by a buddy of mine who passed away. It doesn't have a sharp spine to strike a ferro rod, but it's probably my favorite carver and all-around knife. It's got a distal taper from end to end. Even in the back, it's got one of those, and it's got a maple handle that I made for it. And I took the knife blade and put it in. I commissioned my buddy to make this knife for me, and he passed away during the process of it. So I put this in here, but this is actually probably one of my favorite knives. I just don't have a proper sheath. And I know I know Rick's going to give me shit because I've been telling him that I wanted to get commission him to make me one because the sheath I made for it's ugly as fuck. I would like to have a little dangler. It would be awesome. But at some point, I'm going to have a sheath made for this thing, a proper sheath. And yeah, this is another one that's also very sharp. It might, yeah, see, needs a little work, but it's almost how I like it. It's a great little knife. This thing's freaking fantastic. I love it. I made a, I don't know if you could see the inside of there. Probably not. Maybe. I actually carved out a metal core in the inside of it, and it's pretty nice. Carved out a wooden core. It holds decent enough, but it's just ugly. It probably should have been done at a thinner leather, or maybe more centered or something. I don't know. I put a little rivet in there. It's not the prettiest thing, but I mean, I hang that around my neck like a little necker. I get all my work done I need to get done with it, and I put her back. One Trailer Terra Force, cheap and awesome, like a Mora, but full tang. Oh, nice. We'll figure it out. Cool. And I have, if you're looking for a Mora full tang, the Mora Garberg is an absolute beast of a knife. And if you want, if you're looking for the best fire making knife out there, the Mora Garberg is it. It's heavy. It's heavier for sure. But when you strike a ferro rod with this thing, it doesn't shoot sparks. It throws meteors. It's crazy. It has some ups and downs to it. It has that sheath. I like the dangler. The dangler is good because when you're sitting down, it's not getting, it doesn't get stuck on your belt or push into your side. Hey, Annie, how you doing? It's a pretty damn good knife. This little stupid pommel thing they got on the end for pounding stuff is useless. It's stupid, but it does work pretty good. This is a great knife. If you're out there looking for it, for $100, I think I paid for this thing. It is worth every fucking penny and some. This is a really good knife. And I think, I guess I might as well show you this one too. This is my one true love. This is my Hulton hatchet from Hultiforce. I absolutely love this thing. This is a absolute beauty of an axe. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there. That don't like using axes or hatchets or whatever. I've done so much work with this thing. I have a video on my channel, on this channel, with this axe in it, of me doing some work with this axe, and I cook a chicken or a Cornish hen, I think, right over a fire, and it was fucking delicious. When you get a good high quality axe in your hand, you know you've got a good high quality cutting tool. This one weighs about 1.5 pounds all in, maybe 2 pounds all in with the handle. Handle orientation on there is pretty good. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. It's got a little bit of a run out spot here. I'm kind of concerned about that, but you know what? Wouldn't mind doing a little. Let's put that sheath back on. I'm not crazy about the sheath. It's got a belt loop on it that you could use as a belt loop. Personally, I think it's fucking useless. A hatchet is a must-have in my camping gear. Oh, 100%, Danny. And if you're ever looking for a good Swedish-made axe, like I know they have, this one's a Hultiforce, but they also have, what's that other one that everyone uses? Someone help me out here. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. But it's like Grand Force Brooks. Yeah, Grand Force. There we go. A lot of people use those, and don't get me wrong, it's a good quality. But if you want to have the exact same quality for much less of a price, Hultiforce. You'll save a fair amount of cheddar with a Halteforce hatchet than you will with a Grand Force. And Grand Force has just gotten more and more expensive as the years have gone by, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. I'm gonna put a little overstrike protection on this thing. Hopefully I don't drop this thing, cut my leg off, because that would suck ass really bad. Do I want to do it this way? Yeah, we can do it this way. Just go right up to the top. Put a little whipping on it. Hopefully I don't cut the shit out of myself. This thing is very sharp. It was one of the most costly, most sharpest items I've ever received straight out of the package was this. I think I'm going to put this up here. Put the whipping up here. Was this hatchet. It was so freaking sharp out of the box. It was almost scary. It's not every day that you get something that's like that sharp right out of the box, and it's kind of nice to have something like that. Really good quality. Hopefully I cut my piece long enough. I might not have. No, I think we're short. All right, let's unwind this and we'll move it up a little bit. Almost half the price, yeah. And Grand Force Brooks and Halteforce, I believe, are made the same. They're made of the same forge. I might be wrong about that, but I believe they're made of the same forge. And this is one of the oldest in Sweden or Finland, wherever the fuck it's made. I can't even remember. Ah, you fucker. It's that first whip that's always a pain in the ass. You want to make sure you get it tight enough. And it's hard to do it with the sheath in there because it keeps getting in the way. There we go. There we go. And I like to get it as tight as possible. So as you work your way up, and it gets to the wider spot, because it kind of gets thicker as you go up to the top, you don't want it to slip down at all. So if you get it nice and tight at the bottom, it'll help you as you get closer to the top. Because it will start to, fuck, I gotta be careful. This thing's sharp. It will start to narrow out again when you get closer to the top. At least on this axe, it does that. Some of them get a little bit wider as you get into the eye of the axe. This one is a little bit more narrow. But this will definitely protect the axe and the handle from any overstrikes. I know I've heard some people say that they don't like to do this because it can cause you to miss failures that's happening in your axe head. Me personally, I think it's crazy not to do this to stop yourself from having any kind of failures in your axe head. There we go. I might have went too tight. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna need some pliers to finish that off, because the whole goal is to pull 50% of this cord back into that whipping to protect our front of our axe head from an overstrike. Yeah, I'm gonna need some pliers to pull that through. That's in there pretty tight. I do leather ones. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm all out of leather. I had some buckskin cord that I had cut out but it's pretty much all done. Yeah, I just don't like the sheath. That's my only gripe about this thing is the sheath. It's my only gripe. But Halton Hatchet, it's called. There's some of my bucks in down here. I made a little lanyard for it, and I pull the knot inside the eye of the loop, so it looks kind of clean. I did a little braid of it, came out pretty nice. But I absolutely love this handle. Every now and then I'll rub a little bit of oil into it, and it keeps the handle nice conditioned. It's got no checking or cracking in it yet, so it's pretty good. Maybe I got one starting here. Might be due for another oil bath. But I let it soak up in the oil, and it handles it pretty good. I wonder if I could... where'd that go? Would that work? I don't think I gave it enough. No, I didn't leave enough tag end to be able to really crank down on this thing and pull that through. Maybe a pen. No, not enough. I'll have to use pliers. Pliers will pull that through right nice. Hey, how's it going, Caitlin? Oh yeah, 100%. Once you got that all set up, you can give it a whole bunch of wraps. You can pull out the inner cords, fishing line, all kinds of stuff you could use it for. Oh man, I wish I had pliers in here. Oh, yeah, I might have went a little too tight, but it's okay. It'll work once we get that. Once I'm able to pull that thing in there and slide it down the line, it'll definitely snug up all the way down to the bottom, and there will be no slipping at all in that thing. Just trying to stay dry. Yeah, that must suck, dude. Is it still storming out there now, Rick, or is it all done now? Is all that mess finished? Just wet, no wind. Okay, that's good. The wet kind of sucks, but the no wind is even worse. Is even better. All of our snow melted. It's almost 70 here today. Ooh, 70. Fuck. It's minus 22 here in Celsius. I don't know if somebody can convert that into Fahrenheit, but it's minus 22 before the wind, and it's windy out there. You could hear it howling outside. It must be close to minus 30, minus 32. You know what? For the longest, I'll show you my backpack. This used to be my Bushcraft backpack here. I'll show it to you. This one here is from the Hidden Woodsman, and I've got it set up. Can't remember what it was called, if it was the Forest Pack or fucking whatever, but this here was from the Hidden Woodsman. I use it as mostly my Bushcraft pack. It's a decent size. It's got a nice little axe sleeve, which is something I like to keep my axe on the outside of my pack. Works pretty good. But it sets up on an Alice frame. So So I've got my Alice frame in there, and I used a Moly 2 suspension system on there, which is pretty good. I do find the original Alice frame, the way it was set up was kind of rough, but setting it up with the Moly hip belt and waist belt, what a big difference, man. This thing took the Alice pack would just dig into my lower back and cause me back pain. It was fucking brutal until I changed that out. Having the frame on there is pretty nice because it keeps the backpack off your back. It keeps you kind of cool, which is nice. The Deep Woods Ruck, this is what this is called. It's called the Deep Woods Ruck. So, pretty decent pack. It's got some nice size pockets on the exterior. It'll hold quite a bit. You can put a full-size Nalgene in here, no problem. The 1.5 liters, you can put that on both sides. Pretty good. I have a... Do I have it here? No, I have a Chance in Hell, it's called. It's a machete that I slide in through the back in here. It slides into the back, so if I need to pull it out, I can just pull it out like this, and it's right there at a hand's width. The straps are nice and wide. Everything fits in there pretty good. It's pretty decent. When I'm on, but it is heavy. That's the issue. So when I'm... Hey, let go. Now, for the most part, when I'm on a trip, I've got this guy. This is a Gregory. It's a 70 liter. I can put the Nalgene's in there. It's got a top load and a thing from the back. If I can show you this here, it's pretty nice. It's got a big dump pocket in the front, which is something I also like. Keep snacks in there, 10 pigs, all kinds of things. My map, whatever it is. It's got a couple of things locked up in there. It's got some nice loops that I like to keep my gloves on. This is a little pro tip for gloves. Get yourself some big size grommets. These are 1/2-inch grommets. And these are TIG welding gloves that I use for camp. They're a nice size. Hold your hand well. You can click them onto your belt loop, click them onto your belt, click them onto your pack. So they're just right there wherever you need them. And this is my go-to. So this is pretty much what I do all the time. Now the cool thing is I took 3 pounds of weight off of my pack by getting this one. It has an internal frame. It does very well. It's adjustable for your height and where you want it. The problem with the Deep Woods Ruck is it's wider than my shoulders. So while I'm out walking and I'm going through the bush, a lot of times I'm hanging up on my backpack, getting stuck with sticks. This one is a narrower one. It's more adjustable to get the proper fit if I need to, easily done. And it's much, much lighter and much, much more comfortable of a carry, believe it or not. The straps are a little bit less wide, but they do have this honeycomb shape to it, which allows a little bit of things. It doesn't hold on to water weight. So when you're canoe camping, this thing will dry like this. And it repels water better than the Deep Woods Ruck. The Deep Woods Ruck, though, is pretty much bomb-proof. I'll be handing that to my son, and he'll be handing it to his son, his kids. It will not go bad. It's definitely a way to go. This pack, I absolutely freaking love this pack. And I've got a bunch of hidden woodsman pouches that I use. This one I use for my camera batteries and all that stuff. But I've got 2 others that I have, plus a tinder bag. Actually, I got 3 others. I got this one. I've got a tinder bag that's slightly larger that I can use and also hang on the outside of my pack. It doesn't necessarily need to be used for tinder. It can be used for fucking whatever you want. And I do that. So I've got one that I keep for snacks, one that I keep for my sharpening tools, one that I keep for my spices and my fork and my spoon and all that stuff. And I just tuck them in there, and whenever I take them out, they're done. All made out of Kudura, very, very durable. Whatever you need them for, they're there. And they're high visibility. One of the things I liked about this pack, plus the other one, and the Hidden Deep Woods Ruck, is it's got a bright color on the inside. When you have a dark pack that's dark all the way around, and you're actually trying to go in and out of something, it makes it hard to find your stuff inside. Now, if I want something in there, it got the bright color, it makes a contrast right away against the bright color, and I find it. Or I have to use all pouches, which is something that is also doable. Another thing I like about this pouch is right in here, I've got the bag cover. So if I need to, and I'm about to get into my canoe, I pull this guy out, I cover my bag with it, and I put it straps up into the canoe. So everything that goes inside of the bag will stay dry, or I'll do it vice versa, straps down, so everything stays dry. I've got another top thing. I've got my pillow in here. Ferro rod from ferrofire.com with a striker. I always keep one of those things around. The zippers are all tied off with these things, but they got these nice little loops on them, so they're very easy to find. You're not fiddling and fucking around for a stupid tag. All these things are great all the way around. Plus, I throw a couple of my magic strings into the dump pouch. One of them goes in my pocket, one of them goes into the dump pouch. I hang my pack off of this through this thing with the Marlin spike hitch. You could really dial in your thing. I tend to keep some snacks in the little side pockets. The only thing I'll say about this, because it does have some things right here, I should put my ferro rod and stuff in there. When you're carrying your snacks and you're out on the trails, if you forget them in there in bear country, you may find yourself in trouble. So it's better to take those and put them away. But this backpack is by far the best, most versatile backpack I've ever owned, and it's nice and light. So I can replace the take some weight off of that one and put it into this one. This one holds 70 liters. That one's 45, and it's 3 pounds lighter than the other one and more comfortable. So something to think about. Anyway, yeah. Keep your stuff in different colored pouches, keeps things organized and easy to find, 100%. And I am one of those guys that lives out of a backpack. I know a lot of people will get to camp, they'll just dump their pack out and just shit everywhere. It's like a gear bomb went off and they've got stuff everywhere and they're finding stuff, but that's the fastest way to lose things. Hey, how's it going, Shades? Yeah. So that's pretty much what I do. Is that's my setup, my go-to. It's how I like to get my gear going when I'm out on the trails. And man, it works pretty damn good. It works pretty damn good. I think I might even just I don't know if I can. I didn't leave myself enough to be able to wrap it up tight enough to get this to pull in. Once it pulls in, it'll be fine. I wonder if I could do that. That might actually even help it. Hold on, let's see if I got enough on there to just to do a quick overhand loop. No, I don't. It's even too short for that. Maybe just do a half hitch. A couple of them. Do I have enough? Oh. Yeah, I might have went a little too tight. Whoops. Yeah, I'll just redo that. I'll redo that later. Loosen it up a little bit. If I bite my lip off trying to pull that thing up. Been out shooting with steers, wild slings, and gnats and skeletons. Oh, cool, man. That's freaking awesome, dude. You're lucky to have some buds that you can actually go shooting with. I got nobody out here. I don't know anybody who shoots in my area at all. It would be cool if I could. It would be a lot of fun. But I don't seem to have anybody local enough to be able to get out shooting. There is one guy, Andrew Moe. If you're watching, bro, shout out to Andrew. I was chatting with him the other day. It might be worth making a trip down to his end of the world, but it's like a 6-hour drive for me, 5.5-hour drive from where I live. It would be a long haul to go down for a day and shoot with somebody, but it would be a lot of fun to do that. Just to get out and shoot with somebody one day, shoot the shit, have some fun. If I could just find a way to have a slingshot tournament or something here, or just not even just a gathering. Just a gathering would be fun. Get a bunch of people out here and do some shooting. A little camping, little chatting. That would be fun. I think it would be even more fun than a tournament, having like a little bushcraft cookout and shoot with people, having some fun. That kind of thing. That would be more my speed. Maybe a tournament, a small little tournament or whatever it is. There, I'm not going as tight as I did the last one. This one should pull in pretty decent. I hope anyway. The last time it was way too tight. There we go. Fuck again. No, not this time of year. Yeah, for sure not this time of year. See if we can get a little bowl line going on the back end of this thing and make it easier to tie that off and get a there we go. Fucking pulled it through too far. What an ass. Oh well. Down a Second World War air raid shelter I've cleaned and turned into a range. Oh shit, that's cool, dude. You gonna do a video on that, Shades? Wouldn't mind getting some eyes on that. That sounds pretty badass. Yeah, that's the only problem, you see. It's up where I live, it's either cold. It's either cold or bug season. We don't really have 4 seasons up here where I live. It's a winter or bug season. It's pretty much it. I've had some pretty gnarly spots. I think I'm going to be doing a couple of videos on those this year. Once the summer hits, I'll try to get out in spring, do a couple lives from the woods like I did last year before it gets too cold. But once we get that all done, you'll see the bugs come out. I know a couple of the lives that I've done. A couple of the lives that I've done from the woods has been freaking gnarly. The bugs flying around. You hear them inside the not the camera, but I guess the camera. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can get this kind of figured out for spring. it'll be fun. Yeah, this one might be a little too loose. This whole whipping thing's becoming a pain in the ass. And I did the wrong side too. Oh well. Yeah, I'm more of a fall guy, to be honest. I much prefer sleeping in the cold. I find I get definitely a better sleep from sleeping in the cool. I remember a bunch of years back when my son was in Cubs. I was actually helping out the scout group with a camp, but I finished work late and I had some running around to do, and I only got there late at night. It was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 o'clock. And they were asking me, are you still good to come? We're gonna need you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. Don't worry. I just got some running around to do before I can make it. And I ended up getting there, and it was pitch black outside. I had to do my complete setup with a fucking thing. I had to do my complete setup in the dark, and I was sleeping in a hammock, and everyone's like, oh man, you're going to be freezing cold in that thing. I'm like, nope, not a chance. I'll probably be warmer and sleep more comfortable than all of you. And sure enough, we ended up having one of the scouts freezing cold because they were sleeping with a a little bedroll, but it dropped down to -4 that night in October, and they were freezing their ass off. We ended up having to wake them up. We ended up waking up, and they were having a bit of a meltdown. And I was saying, like, that's part of the thing that was missing, as they didn't with the scout group. They were very how to use your gear, how all that stuff. It was pretty good. That part of it was good, but they didn't really go into how to protect yourself from the cold, and how that it may be cold outside, but your biggest enemy is actually the ground sucking the cold out of you. And oh my goodness, I've never had so much trouble doing a fucking simple whip before in my life. But anyway, they ended up freaking out, and they were wondering how I was so warm in my hammock. And I explained to them, I said, well, what I did was I have my sleeping bag, I have an under blanket, but what I also do is I use a you ever see those things that you put in your windshield in really cold climates or warm climates even to try to reflect some of the heat away from your car window? Well, I take one of those and I put it under my sleeping bag. Or even better is in between my in between my under blanket and my hammock. That way, in case you have any condensation, it doesn't make your sleeping bag wet. But that's what I do. I put that thing in there, and the R value on that thing is a lot more than you'd think, and it'll definitely keep you warm and cozy all night long. And that's what I did. And I was actually hot at nighttime. I started to sweat a little bit, had to stick my feet out. I had to stick my feet out to keep warm. And it kind of worked. Kind of worked all right. That'll do. Should have grabbed my torch a little bit. That would have been good. Could have just melted that down, but that'll do just fine. Little overstrike protection on there. Keep the handle from getting chewed up. That was work, though. Let me tell you. That was work. You could also hit that with a little bit of wax if you wanted to, some natural wax, melt it on there, and it'll keep everything stuck together kind of nice. But anyway, Rather shake than sweat camping. Yep, me too. What's up, Kerry? How you doing, bud? Yeah, I use a foam pad, kind of like a yoga pad, or a yoga mat, something like that. my my under blanket's actually pretty good, and the company that I'm an ambassador for is called One Wind Outdoors. They've got a couple of really good things and well thought out designs about their hammocks. I got to do another video on them pretty soon and get some posts up about One Wind. I'll be doing that probably at some point soon. But their under blanket, do I have it here? I might even have it here. So when you do a got a compression sack on it, which is a pretty easy. Okay, it's open. When you do an under blanket, one of the things that I like, Dom and shot 'em. Jose, what's up, man? First time I caught one in a minute. Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. I haven't seen anybody really recently. It's been kind of weird. They've got this blanket that they have, and you can do two things with it. One, you can snap it together. So when you can climb in there and use this whole thing as a wraparound, it'll keep you warm. But there is another way you can set these guys up. What I do, this actually might be my top blanket. What I do is I box out the feet to keep you warm. I box out the feet. Yeah, this is my top quilt. So I'll close the bottom of it. Kind of like this. Then I'll stick my feet in there, and then I'll pull the top of it up on me like a blanket. And it works pretty good. Keeps you warm. If I could just find my under blanket, we'd be in business. Is that it? I've got a bunch of them. Oh, that's my snug pack one. Shit, I don't know where I've put it. It might be over there somewhere. But the under blanket that goes onto this hammock is actually pretty badass. It's got some hooks on it, so you can actually click it on, and it'll stay in place all the time. There's no, like the snug pack one has a bit of an issue where you're constantly going under it trying to adjust your blanket to make sure it stays there. I've got the Aries extra large, I think it is. So it's a double hammock. Very comfortable. Uses Dutch buckles, which I like because you can get your hang absolutely perfect with that. Very comfortable. Very well built. Everything all the way around is just badass. And it kind of needs to be, man. Like when I go out on a camping trip with this blanket on top of me plus the other one under me, it fluffs up kind of nice. It's very nice. Good stuff. Fuck, I wish I could find the under blanket. I'd show you that and you can get an idea of how it works. But it's got these little tiny carabiners that kind of lock into your hammock all the way down. And it's got these little loops made for that. So one of the things that I had found with my Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, it's got the ugly blanket, I think they called it. You end up having to set it up and figure it out to make sure it stays centered. And sometimes when you're moving around a little bit, it'll slip off to a side. You end up freezing. How many frames on that wall? I've got 100 on there. I got 96 set up in there, but there's some of them that have 2 or 3 inside the bag. And I was showing earlier, I've got like another 30 or 40 here that I gotta put into another sleeve that's not hung up yet. So we're getting there, but not quite yet. But the whole sleeping system from One Wind is really good. I love the color of them. I love the build quality of it. All of it is good all the way around. Really good. Now, one of the badass things, the best things I've ever seen from One Wind, and it's something that I used to do with my own hammocks back in the day, is how they do their tarps. I think one of the easiest ways to set up a tarp And how to get them working properly is with shock cord. Now, you'll have your guy ropes to go out to lock them down, to get them all tied up. But when you have wind blowing your tarp around, you'll find your tarp will get bigger and smaller, and it'll, I don't know how to explain it, but you ever see how a tarp goes slack and it gets bigger and slack and it gets bigger? And that's kind of annoying when you're out on a camping trip, especially sleeping in a hammock. You'll find that it'll be where do you keep the other 5? I got them all over the place, man. I got a bunch of them in the garage. I got a bunch of them here. I got a bunch of them there. They're all over the place. But you'll find your all your tarp will end up laying on your face sometimes after it stretches out, and it gets kind of annoying. So what I've started to do is you got your guy ropes coming out. Oh, that's not good. So you've got your rope coming out off of your tarp. And what I do is I take some shock cord. I'll take that cord. I'll put a bite in it. Then I'll tie my shock cord to one spot and a shock cord to the other spot, like this. So as the wind blows and your tarp starts to move, it'll always keep it taut with the shock cord. So you never have that tarp that keeps on just slacking you in the face. And also, when it gets really, really windy out, and you're kind of like, holy shit, it's getting gnarly out here, you don't have to worry about your tarp getting torn because it has that little bit of movement in there, but it'll always spring back to that spot where you need it. And I've been doing that with my tarps for years, and they actually came out with it, which is kind of cool. So having One Wind creating products for people that are or people that actually use the stuff and have their own tricks and stuff, setups and all that stuff. It's really, really nice. The only complaint I do have is, like, that's a pretty big piece of kit right there. That's got to drop in there. It's a little bit large, but it does the trick and keeps you warm, which is the thing that's important. Get that put away properly. Yeah, I wish I could. Oh, unless that's it. That could be it too. Unless that's another. Oh, here it is. Here's the one I'm looking for. Where do I keep the other 500 frames? I don't have quite that many yet, but I said the Y word. I said yet. I will never have that many frames. Yeah. So they've got a few things on this under blanket that I like. You see how they've got these little loops that go on your under blanket. And also you can have this snap right on to your over blanket that'll go over your hammock for you if you want to. But I use these little guys that clip on to my hammock itself. So now there's no more guessing on where my thing's gonna go. They got these little D-rings that I could use also. Click these on with those. And everything's gonna stay where I ask it to, which is pretty nice. I've got most of the clips set up on the hammock itself. And of course, you've got your other one that'll just reach up and hook up onto your buckle. And that's that. So it's a very comfy under blanket, which keeps you warm. And it's just well thought out. I mean, I did that with my snug pack also. I was using a snug pack in the beginning because some of the under blankets that you would find out that you can buy them were very, very expensive. The One Wind is probably the best bang for your buck. Super warm, super comfortable, and it actually stays in place, which is the biggest thing. a lot of the other gear that's out there just doesn't stay in place, and you end up having shitty night's sleep, and you're constantly adjusting yourself, and it's just bad all the way around. They got these little cord locks where you can tighten it up at the two ends. So if you have any drafts coming in through your hammock, it's not going to come through the hole and then cool in between the two layers. It's a great setup, man. I'm telling you, one wind for the win, in my opinion. I should probably do get a couple of shorts out for one wind. It's been a while. I was supposed to go on a camping trip this year and it didn't work out. And then anyway, I'll do a full review on this stuff coming up soon. And I do like the hammock is freaking badass, and it has a gorgeous bug net that goes over it. When I had my Kamak-Roo set up, the thing I didn't like about it was how much time it took to set everything up. The One Wind setup has a similar bug net to it, but it doesn't require a tie out. It's got two little loops on the end. Click them on the two ends, and then you climb in and out of the bottom of your hammock. So you open up the bottom, you climb in, you pull the drawstring, boom, everything is sealed off from all the bugs on a 360 degree all the way around. No biting you through the hammock, nothing like that. And you just hop into your hammock, get comfy, take off your shoes, and get comfortable. And when you got to get out, same kind of deal. Just stick your feet over the edge of your hammock, grab that little lock nut, it'll undo, and you slide right out of your hammock. It's perfect. Perfect setup. And 360 bug control, which is nice, because when you got bugs landing on your face at nighttime, it really sucks. Am I going to watch a Super Bowl? I might. I used to be a huge football fan. I used to watch it all the time, but I've kind of gone away from it lately. I'll probably watch a bit of it. Are they still doing the 2 halftime shows though? Like, I don't know. I heard something about a second halftime show, an All Americans halftime show coming on. You're supposed to compete. With the halftime show that's going to be playing. Local boys are in. I got to watch. Yeah. That's the Seahawks and Patriots, right? Is that correct? I don't know if the Patriots are in there, but that should be a good game. That's stupid. The artist playing it is American. I have no idea. I don't know. I heard there's supposed to be 2 halftime shows. Yeah, you got teams right. All right, cool. Yeah, who knows? Who knows how all that's going to play out? Yeah, 2 shows, eh? But one of them is going to be on NBC, I'm assuming, with the Super Bowl, and the other one's going to be on what channel? It's going to be another channel, or what's the deal? Seems kind of crazy to me. Oh, yeah, me either. I have no idea. It'll be kind of cool though to see how the game turns out. Should be a good game. I know hockey's on pause because we've got the Olympics going on, so I don't know what's happened with that at all. I heard that they were supposed to they were talking about possibly banning the NHL from playing in the Olympics. I don't know where that went, what happened with that yet. Hello, do I speak Spanish? Nope, I know a little bit of a line in Spanish. It's somos los hermanos igual, no pendejo y no otro igual. That's all I know. And I usually only say that when I'm around my brother. Yeah. I learned that from an old buddy of mine. You keeping up with the Winter Games? I started to watch a little bit of it. I heard there was a big accident though with the with the with a bobsledder or something like that. I didn't see it yet, but apparently there was a big accident. I know a few years back there was someone doing the skeletons there. You know, they go down head first in that little stupid sled, and they had a really bad wipeout. Went flying off the track and hit a pole and died. The skulls, I think they call it. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. Crazy that they do that. Flying down a hill at 200 miles an hour on a fucking sled, and you can only steer by doing this. It's nuts. I like watching the Winter Games though. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there with their the snowboarding and the ski jumpers and all that stuff. Is fucking wild, but it's fun to watch. Couldn't give a rat's ass about the figure skating or anything like that, but the bobsled, skeletons, the ski jumping, all that stuff. I'm all in on that. That's fucking cool. Speed skating is actually pretty cool too. I don't know if you've seen that downhill speed skating thing they added in the last Olympics. That's fucking wild, man. They used to do that thing. They called it crash something. It was like a crazy downhill skiing thing that they would do. Ski jumps are insane. Do I recommend 0.65 for 8mm? It's probably a little much, to be honest. But it does work. It will work in a pinch. And 0.65 precise is a good elastic. I like it. For lead, it'll probably be good for the 8mm lead. But for the 8mm lead, it would probably be good. For 8mm steel, it's probably a little heavy, depending on how you taper out your bands. But I would say it's a little bit on the heavy side. Where the fuck did that thing? Man, I tell you, this is like it's like the Bermuda Triangle. Things just vanish in here. I just had that screwdriver thing that I was using, and I wanted to put this thing back in there, and it disappeared. Yeah, I think my favorite thing to watch though is probably that downhill skating thing. I hope they do it again this year. That's just wild. People are crashing into each other and falling all over the place, and it's nuts. Just do a little battery check here, make sure we're okay. We're okay for a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, where is that fucking thing I wanted to show you? Can't find it now. Fuck it. Your beard looks like pubic hair. It's perfect camouflage for your mom's pussy, Vinix. See you later, buddy. Boop. Oh, man. That dude must be pissed now that he's gone and he can't say shit. Oh, man. Savage. Yeah, you never saw that one coming from an old man. Yeah. I know I was eating crap a while back. People bitching at me for going after the trolls like I do. But you know what? I just can't help it. I just can't help it. You know, they're going to come at me with stupid comments like that. Well, you know what? I'm coming right back at you, buddy. Have I shot Skull Smasher bands? I've never even heard of them, dude. Who makes is it Martin's brand? Neither me until yesterday. Interesting. Does he have this Steers Wild Slings? Do they have a website now? He sent me a roll to play with. Oh, sweet. What sizes does he have? I know a lot of the UK guys like to shoot heavier bands. They shoot the 0.6, 0.65, that kind of thing. Get those in there. Oh. 0.7 only. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's too much for me. Thank you. I follow you from Costa Rica. Hey, how you doing from Costa Rica? Julio, how are you? Not 0.7 only? Six, 7, 9.5 steel. Grr. Huh. I should probably look into that, see if I can get myself, if he's got a roll that's around 0.5 or 0.4, I would definitely order some and do a little review and slingshot promotion for him. Martin's a good dude, man. Actually, just at arm's reach, I freaking love this thing, man. I'm telling you, it's the best catch bag available. Or catch box even, period. And I got a little ATO sticker kind of cut out, stuck to a metal flipper. Makes some good sound and actually takes some hits pretty decent too. You definitely hear it when you hit this guy. And I got, we're stuck here. I got two of them. This is from my eyesight was just shit in the bed on me on the old style one. This is the old style. That's the new style materials. And both of them are awesome. One of them is just a little louder than the other. But I would love it if they came up with one half that size in diameter, like this big. That would be perfect for me. Use one down in the shelter. Oh, cool. Yeah, they're good, man. They're really good flippers. They're really good catch bags. They're probably the best out there. Still a North American distributor here. Oh, cool. Hey, Rick, do they have one that's a smaller diameter at all? Or is it only that size they do? Oh, Jeff, man. If you're in the US, or if you don't mind paying the shipping from the UK, get yourself one of these. They're freaking awesome. You have a nice long tie out. Put it around a tree. I don't know if you know how to do a taut line hitch, but I can show you real quick right here. So let's say this is around the tree. You do 2 loops on the inside. Like this. Whoop. So it kind of looks like this on the inside. And then you come around the outside and you do 1 loop on the outside. It's kind of hard to do it when you're not attached to anything, but there you go. Your knot will look like this. And the cool thing is you can adjust the tension, raise or lower it. And when you have it like this, you can pull it. It will not move. That's in there for good. But little taut line hitch. And when it's time to go, you pull that out and it just comes apart. just like that. And you do that on both sides, and you could really adjust this thing. And also at the bottom part of it, just to show you, it's got a tie out, and I put a little shock cord on there just to keep the end out, not crazy out, but just out enough. And your shots will go in and just kind of slide down into the bottom, and you can get some heavy duty shooting without losing any of your stuff. It's a really, really nice. Everything will tuck inside the bag for portability, and depending on the size of your backpack, I have found that this will fit because it does have a little bit of flex to it. You could slide that into a 40 liter backpack. Awesome. Like for a 10 stick. Yep, exactly. But that's how I set it up, is I find a couple of trees that are reasonably close together. I do a little taut line hitch, and it'll slide in and out, and it works great. Pro bags or dinner. How much are they? How much are they, Head Hillbilly, Mr. Rick? Pro bags are 8 inches, 200 millimeters. Those are the ones I carry here. Oh, sweet deal. You think it would be a big pain in the ass sending one of those to Canada? Last ones were 70 US. Oof. It's expensive. Is that shipping included or just as is? Gotta get some in. Yeah, they're pretty fucking cool, man. These ones here are good, but I would prefer a smaller one. Make it more packable. 15 bucks to send to Paul. Oh, okay. Yeah, but Paul's pretty close to you. I'm like another 3,000 kilometers away. Yeah, fucking Canada is too big. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. If they got one that's a little bit smaller than that, that'd be perfect size for me. I don't need a big one that size. Who sells that catch bag? Hillbilly Rick does, or Steele's Wild Slings in the UK, if that's where you're from. Yeah, it might be cheaper from Martin direct. Yeah, I might end up having to do that. I'll order it directly from Martin. So what alloy do I recommend for 8mm steel then? Alloy, what do you mean? Are you talking about the bands? I would use 0.5 bands for 8mm steel. 0.5 or 0.45 is what I shoot when I shoot 8mm steel. And when I go down to a 1/4 inch, I shoot 0.4. Like just to show you here, in my last live, I was out shooting this pickle fork with a 10mm straight cut of 0.4, shooting 1/4 inch steel. I got one set up at work in the warehouse. Fuck, I wish I could do that, man. I might just open up the trunk of my car, though, and have it set up in there. That might work. That might work. As long as, and it should block my window in case I have one slip out of my hand. Oh, someone in the comments. Okay, thanks, buddy. Oh, wow, we're at 3 hours already, man. That flew by today. That's crazy. They are tiny, Mark. Pretty intimidating at first. I'm sure. Yeah. Maybe if I'm shooting maybe if I'm shooting my pickle fork, it'll be a little intimidating, but not with my regular setup. Yeah, 8 inches. Hey, that's like this. That's perfect, man. That's perfect. I love that. Yeah, I gotta hit Martin up and see what the deal is. See if I can get one of those in here. Yeah, I like that idea of having one that size though. That's fucking good. That's really good. What he said is correct for .5 for 8 millimeter. Yeah. Yeah, and just to give you an idea, the taper that I use for 8 millimeter .5, you could use if you're, I mean, depending on what you're doing, but 18 to 12 or 22 to 14, 22 to 12, those are all those that's working. It's translating, Mark. Oh, okay, I got you. I guess I'm maybe talking too fast too. Might be a little trouble, but yeah. So what have you been up to, Jose? Man, it's been a while since I seen you. Been doing some. You've been doing some shooting, or you just hibernating for the winter? What's going on, bro? Take it easy, Dale. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Always good to see you, man. Maybe next week. Hillbillyslings.com. I know we were a little bit all over the place today, going into the whole bushcraft. We're whipping whipping up whipping up some handles and talking knives and all kinds of things. We were kind of all over the place. We were ADD 100% this time. Yeah, yeah, it'll be pretty cool. I gotta start pumping out some shorts. I think the shorts will help get the channel back on track. Maybe it's just because I haven't done any videos in a while, and that's why I'm kind of slowing down on the views. But and we'll see how it works. Hillbilly Nation World HQ. That's it. Yeah. I don't know, Jeff. If you don't have any of Hillbilly's frames, I'm going to show you a couple. Dude does some amazing work. Check this out. We got the Pickle Billy. We've got, where do we go? Here we are. Got two here. And I got this bad boy right here. Hold on. I'm missing one. That might be one right here too. Was that the Andre? Yeah, that's a Boblik. That's not it. Where the fuck did that one go? Oh, there it is. I took it out of the box because it's so damn pretty. Hold on. Yeah. Have a look at this. This is the Mega Billy. This thing's a monster. You can shoot someone for a distance, or if it gets hand to hand, you can kill a man with this thing. this thing's wild. I thought this guy was the Boot Hill. This thing's freaking awesome. Another nice shooter. I think I got some. What bands do I have on here? Fuck. That might be. I'm a little scared. This one's been hanging in there for a little minute. Can't remember if this was a Spitfire or a Rougarou. I think it's a Rougarou. This one too. Absolute beauty.
Might be the Spitfire. He does great work, man. I love Hillbilly's work. It's just crazy. Then I got his Pickle Billy, which I banded up today. And there we go. Nope. Got screwed up. There we go. Yeah, the Rougarou. The Pickle Billy. And I have a Clipple Billy somewhere. Where the fuck did I put that guy? Should still be in its case. The hell? Should have been right there. I must have knocked it out somehow. Unless I put it up here. Fuck, I don't know what I do with it. I have a Clipple Billy. It's basically the Pickle Billy with clips on it. And it's really, really cool looking. I just had the box of it in my hand this morning. And I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? I gotta put this thing back in the case, in the thing, and I don't know what I did with it. Just before I went live. I just had it. Oh, there it is. Well, it's not in here. It's empty. Yeah. What the hell? That thing is so nice too. Where the fuck did I put it? Might still be in the wall. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. That's going to drive me crazy. Where the fuck did that go? That's why I was leaving them in the cases on the shelf. Unless this one's it. I had it the whole time right in front of me. There we go. And we got this one here. Little pickle fork fella. And this one is, it's a 65, this one. I was freaking out and I took it right off the shelf already. These ones I got this one set up 0.5 and it's a little short, to be honest. Like that's pretty much maxed out. This thing's gonna fire off like a freaking rocket when I shoot it, but I gotta take those bands off. It's a Pickle Billy. Clipple Billy. Clipple. There we go. Get that one put back in there. In the case so it stays nice. That one can go back up. These two stay together. This guy goes back in its case. How long do I think bands last unused on display? It depends. There's some of them will go pretty quick. Some of them last a long time. The big thing is to keep them out of the air, out of the sunlight. That's the big one. Sunlight destroys bands real fast. In this case, having them in the plastic kind of helps with that a little bit. It also keeps the airflow around them. But it's best to, usually what I do though is when I set up a band set on a frame, hold on a second here. I'll set this guy up, for example. I'll set this guy up, brand new band set, and I'll shoot it till it dies. Pretty much it. And I'll put them away. I'll cut the pouches off, and a lot of times you'll see I've got some in there with broken pouches just sitting in there, kind of mashed up. But yeah. That's beauty right there. That's my favorite Slingshot that I own. Right there. Made and designed by me, right to my specifications. I never finished this guy off. Like I never hit it with a high polish like I did with this one. I never went that far with it, but it holds and shoots beautifully for me. Love this Slingshot. Absolutely love it. And this is the Andrew Axum pouch. And this is like some kind of microfiber. I haven't tried it yet. I'm looking forward to trying it. I think in the next little bit, I'll be shooting it. I've got these ones tapered from 18 to 12 also with 0.4 on there. And they shoot real nice. Shoots real nice. Cutter rolls. Cool and dark is the best. Yeah, 100%. So, for example, when I come out here, for example, and I see a band set that's on a frame, it's kind of hard to tell on white bands, but they'll start to change color. See how it's starting to get brown in there? That's usually a sign of them starting to reach the end of their life. The green ones really, really show up quite a bit, like this one here. This is one that's died, but see how it looks like it's all dirty and oxidized? I would not shoot these bands. I mean, you can clean them off with your thumb. See, it looks a little bit better than this one. But really, that's latex rust, what you're seeing there. Sometimes you'll have latex from a place come in that's like powdered, but you see, you can kind of get it off a little bit. It's kind of powdered, and they'll do that. That comes like that. But you definitely want to keep your elastic in a drawer inside of a plastic bag closed. Sometimes you'll see they have like little punched holes in the plastic bags. I actually like to swap that out for a Ziploc bag and close it up like that. But you'll see the elastic will start doing that as it ages. It gets like a funny dusting on it. See the difference from where I wiped it off and where it went like there. It's really not that good. Whenever you have old elastic on there, my problem is with my YouTube channel, I'll tend to take a bunch of frames, go out and shoot them a shit ton, and then I put them away. But cool, dark environment, away from electronics and ozone. 100%. All true. Red hot most of the time. And when the roll is 8 months old, kept in my band making box, it's starting to get covered in white stuff. That's why I asked. Yeah. It should still be good for the most part, but it's going to start breaking down a little bit faster when you start shooting it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, folks, I should probably split. We've been at it for 3 hours and 10 minutes now. My wife and my son are out, and it's probably close to lunchtime, I guess. Oh, fuck, it's 2 o'clock. Yeah, I should probably call it. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks for joining me through all this chaotic ADD live. I had a good time. But you guys take care. Stay safe. Get out and practice. Be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys. You're freaking awesome. And hopefully the next time we see me, I'll be having one of those catch bags, the pros. Take care. Bye for now.